Hello everyone, and thanks for joining me. Today we'll be going over my shoe collection. This is a shoe collection video, right? This video has two main functions. It has two functions. Function number one is for me to see this video in the future, and that way I have recorded my current shoe collection, and I can see which shoes I've sold, which ones I've kept, which ones I feel are very close to me, I will have forever, etc. And the second function of this video is for you guys to use as a reference. Okay, so I'll be showing my foot sizing, every sizing of the shoes I bought, and any other details I can give you of sizing, of how they fit, of how they are, etc. As I've said many times before on this channel, one of the main objectives of this channel is to show you and help people who cannot try some of these garments on, and that way I can be of service, since for me myself, I mostly have not tried these shoes before buying them, and it's really hard to find and investigate and find the correct sizing. Some places say the sizing is up, some places the sizing is down. So this will be a reference. I will leave the timestamps of everything, and any questions you can just let me know. Right, let's get started. This will be a long one. I'll try to make it snappy. Right. Most of these shoes we've already seen on the channel, so I'll be pretty quick with them. I'll show you some B-roll of them, some details, etc. Alright, shoe number one, and I think this is probably my favorite shoe in my collection. This is the one I wear the most, are my beloved Demuelemeester combat boots. I made a video of these, as I've made of almost all the shoes I have here. So what can I say? I had been looking for combat boots for so long, and I wanted some nice black leather ones that looked great with trousers, with denim, etc. And I finally found them on Grailed. I wanted some Demuelemeester ones, and I found them, and they're my favorite, one of my favorite shoes. I wear them almost every day. They go great with a lot of things. They give you this avant-garde look, from going from Anne to Joji. I think you can wear these boots for almost everything, and wear them with a ton of different trousers or pants. Right, so sizing wise, I forgot to say at the beginning of the video, I'm a true to size 44.5. I will put on screen the equivalent in other sizings, but I'm a 44.5 true to size. I normally go a bit bigger because I like the shoe to be a little bit more comfortable, so I normally go 45. Right, so on this shoe, on the Demuelemeester combat boots and my other boots, I have a 44. 44 gives me a pretty wide fit on the toe box, and because I really don't like when my toes touch the end of the shoe. I could have gone a size smaller perfectly, and it would have been better. So I would suggest is when you buy Demuelemeester boots, you go one size down or half a size down, or even 1.5 size down. So never up, always down, and I think you can fit it. If there's a shoe that it's kind of half a size down from what you normally wear, I think it'll be alright if you like that kind of gap in your shoe. Alright, let's get to the next one. Again, this is in no particular order of preference, but how I organize them. Alright, so number two are, again, some Demuelemeester boots, but these are zip boots without the laces. They're black, they're leather. These are great. I don't wear them as often as the combat boots, and I don't know why these are longer on me, on the toe box, but as you can see, if we compare, they're pretty much the same. What I use normally for shoe sizing is I measure my foot, and my foot is about 28.5 inches, I believe, and I will put here on screen. So that's the lowest I can go before it starts hurting. So these boots are great. They go well with a lot of things, a lot of styles. They give some, again, Anne vibes, some Haider Ackerman vibes sometimes, and they're great. I would love it if the shape was a bit tighter, kind of like some Gidi. I don't know how to pronounce it, but these are great. I don't know if I'll keep them in the future. If I buy some Gidi boots, I might sell these ones. So anyways, here it is. Sizing is a 44 again. They fit pretty. There's a big space between my toe and the end of the toe box, but that's how I like it personally. I put some protective, I don't know what you call it, say in English, I put like a protective, I don't know, a sole on it, so the original leather sole wouldn't break as often. You can do this with most of your leather sole shoes. Alright, let's continue. Gotta hurry this up, right? Alright, so next shoe, one of my favorite shoes, even though it's my most uncomfortable, I would say, is the hardest. These are the Owens. This is the Owens Drksdw Ramones. These, I think, need no explanation. I mean, I know a lot of people have them. They're classic. They're based on the Converse, but you know, a much thicker sole, a much bigger toe box, kind of clown shoes is the mean. It features a very good quality zipper and very long laces which you can turn around. And this version has the Drksdw patch, which is pretty funny because I didn't know what it was, and I was looking for what is this Drksdw patch, and it is a machine, a gym machine that I actually have in my gym and I have actually used, but I didn't connect it together. And it's one, I'll see if I can put it on the screen, where you exercise your back and you push the big spindles. I'll try to put it here, but anyways, that's pretty funny that I had that machine in my gym and I didn't know it was this patch. Anyways, they're really uncomfortable, but I've tried putting different soles in them, like inserts, but it's no avail. I try not to use these too much or too long, but they're great. I love wearing trousers on top of them, and they're amazing. This is again a size 44. I thought they wouldn't fit because some places they said they fit too big, but this is size 44. I remind you guys, I'm 44 and a half, sometimes 45, and a 44 fit perfectly, although it, again, as I said, it hurts a lot. Anyways, let's continue. Then this shoe, I think I've talked about this shoe a lot. This is the Kiko Kostadinov camper shoe. It's big, it's bulky, and it's amazing. It's another silhouette, a different one. It kind of reminds me of a derby, a hiking boot, etc. I've done a whole video about this. There's a ton of comments about sizing and questions you can read from there. But again, I love these shoes, and they'll be in my collection for a long time, I think. I had to size down one, again, a 44. It seems all my shoes are 44, but alright, anyways, that's it. Kiko Kostadinov camper. I've talked about these a lot, so. Right, going to the bottom tier and continuing with Kiko, I have my Kiko Kostadinov Asics collaboration gel Burz 2. I've done a whole video about this, so no more details. Lovely terracotta color, very comfortable shoes. When my feet start hurting from all these leather shoes, I normally wear this. If I want to go for a sneaker, I go for this one. The color is really nice and it doesn't look poppy or weird, so nobody's gonna bat an eyelid at you for wearing these. Again, on these I wear a 46, which is a weird sizing because it says 11.5 US. But again, check my other video where I go full detail on the sizing of these. But these are great, they're amazing, one of my favorite shoes. Let's continue. Alright, so these are my leather Converse shoes. They're the simple, normal Converse, but the difference is they're made of leather. They look kind of avant-garde, kind of Owens vibe, and that's why I love them and always wear them. They're a good low-top shoe to wear, and I've had them for, I think, almost 3, 4, 5 years maybe. I don't even remember when I bought them. Probably 5 years ago. And they're amazing. I wear a size 45 on these actually, and they fit very, very well. Continue. Another shoe, which isn't as much a shoe, but you know, a sandal. These are my Suicoke KISEE-V sandals. They're the ones everyone has, but I mean, they're great. They were great in summer for me, and they give a whole Japanese vibe. You can wear them with trousers and they look amazing. And anyways, I think nothing else to say about these. They're sandals, they're Vibram sole, so they're super comfortable and they're great quality. In these I wear a size 44 again, and they fit great. And finally, a new shoe that we haven't seen on this channel. This is a recent pickup I got, and this is why this video was delayed a little bit, because I wanted to include it. I was looking for black dress shoe to wear because I've been wearing more suits lately. So I got this one. It's Marsell. It's an Italian brand. I'm gonna say Marsell leather shoe, and it's a leather derby shoe, and it came already pre-distressed and with these beautiful leather laces. And what's really different from these and really challenging for me at first is, first of all, the big heel, and then they're very elongated. So the toe box goes like this, and they kind of look very long depending on what you wear with them. But I measured them with my other shoes, and they're exactly the same length. So even though they look so big, so I've been wearing them more with baggier trousers sometimes. But again, on these I went at 44. On Marsell shoes you can go even lower. I could have gone for a 43 perfectly and no problem, but I put some inserts in here. So, as I was saying, I put some inserts in here to make them more comfortable, and I'm probably gonna put the Vibram sole on the bottom, since it's a leather sole. But I mean, they're great. I'm experimenting with them. Since they're so elongated, they look very weird sometimes depending on what you wear with them. So you gotta be careful with what you choose to pair these with. Again, they can look like freaking skis sometimes, but they're great, and they're challenging me a lot since I'm not used to this silhouette, but I love to be challenged sometimes. Right, that's it. That's my whole shoe collection, all my shoes. I've tried to limit myself to 8 shoes. I know for some people, normal people, 8 shoes is a ton, but as you guys know, 8 shoes is not that much compared to other collections out there. Again, as I said, my philosophy on this channel is to have a reduced wardrobe and have only stuff you need or really need, or like serve different functions in your wardrobe. Again, I have different boots, I have different sneakers, I have a different this and that can serve different functions in my wardrobe and can give me a different style with them. But again, I think my shoe collection is almost done, as again, I don't count the sandals as a shoe, so I have 7. I'll get probably one last shoe, and then I'll not buy any more shoes in a very, very long time either, or I sell them and get something similar. But I'll probably be getting a chunky derby shoe, something like the Doc Martens Monochrome, like all black, something like that, maybe from the same Marsell brand. But that's pretty much it. That's my shoe collection. Again, remember, any doubt you have about sizing or how these shoes fit or how they look, just leave me a comment, message me. On the other videos I have of these shoes, there are a few comments about it, so if you want to read those instead, you're more than welcome to. Anyways, thank you so much for being there and watching this video. I have something planned for my next one. I've been planning it for a long time, and I'm very, very excited about it. And I'll give you a little clue. It's something to do with Joji, so I hope you guys watch that one too, because it'll be a good one. I'm pretty excited. I've been preparing it for a long time. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.